Oh, hi everybody, this is Kara from Seeing Stitches. I'm trying some different recording locations, and I have a ring light for this now, so hopefully you guys will get some better pictures. This is my cross stitch channel where I talk about my whips. I'm also going to go ahead and show you a previous finish each week from something that I've done a long time ago, thought you guys would like to see. And I'll also talk a little bit about running. This is my third floss tube. I'm having a lot of fun, still learning a lot on the video process and editing and things like that. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me. So yeah, let's get into the whips. I worked on just two projects this week. And the first one I worked on was my Heaven and Earth Designs Rainbow Cat. And this is by Peggy Collins. Get into the PDF here. Show you the mock-up. And there's the mock-up. And I went from 3.1% to 3.58% this week. Did a total of 2,042 stitches on this, so pretty happy with my progress. Starting up here in the corner and working across my pages. And I will post a photo of my previous work where you saw it last time. And here's what it's looking like right now. So really enjoying this, especially this area right here where these colors have kind of all blended together. I thought that was really neat to kind of see that come out. And I'm pretty close to another page finish on this. 4% will be a page finish. You can see I've done some feathering kind of here at the bottom. So it would take me a little over 4% to get to the actual page finish. And again, I'm using all of the called for DMCs. I did have to go and pick up a couple skeins at my local Michael's. And just here are all of the flosses so far that I have used on this Rainbow Cat. I think it's 89 colors altogether, so this is not all of the colors total. So a lot of floss there, but I'm really enjoying the full coverage piece. I try to put these back in as I go along. And the other project I worked on this week was Lola Crow's Garden of Oddities. And I'll show you guys the mock-up here and my pattern keeper. And here it is. I've kind of been working in, oh, sorry for the glare. Been working in this section right here. There's this cactus, which I just love the colors on that. This flower right here, and then also like this vine right here. And I got to over half done on this, so that's exciting. I'll post a picture of what it looked like when you guys saw it last week. When I showed this, I was at 43.74%. And this week, this is 51.86%. So just over halfway done. And you can see the cactus there. Flowers fine at the bottom. And this is on an 18 count light wicker Aida by Dyeing for Cross Stitch. It's very soft fabric. And this is my first time using an over dyed fabric. So really pretty. And yeah, so I did 1,291 stitches on this for the week. So that brings my weekly stitching progress to 3,333 stitches, which I'm pretty happy with. I had some appointments in the week. I'll talk about that later, which kind of cut into my stitchy time a little bit. So I didn't get as much time as I usually do. And here's the flosses for the Garden of Oddities. I'm using the called for DMCs. I'll put this back. And no, I was talking to you guys how I was wanting to start the chopping mall by the Witchy Stitcher. I did not get it started. However, the fabric did arrive, which I'm very happy about. I just wasn't in the mood to start it this week. I think with a lot going on, I just wasn't in the mood for it. I know, I kind of have to be in the mood to start something new. But for the fabric, you know, once I showed my son the mock-up of this pattern here, and I asked him, you know, what kind of fabric if he wanted anything different. And he said, no, I like just what's in what it shows. And I said, okay. So what I did is I sent an email to Kathy at Dyeing for Cross Stitch and showed her the picture. And I was like, hey, what do you have, you know, close to this here? My son really likes this, you know, color fabric. And she got right back to me, like very, very quick. And this is, she recommended, it's called Up in Smoke. And this is, you can select medium, light, or dark in a lot of her fabrics. And this is the medium. And this is also an 18 count Aida. So this is a fat quarter. So I think this is just beautiful for this. Gorgeous. So I'm very happy with that. Thank you, Kathy. So hopefully I will get that get that going soon. I do have the flosses I showed you guys last time. It'll be my first time working with the DMC, like the glittery flosses, the Atoil, I believe they're called. So this is all of them. Except one. I think my local store is out of one of the DMCs, so I'll have to check back, but I have plenty to work with in the meantime. So hopefully I have a new start to show you guys. So it's pretty much all of my stitching. And yeah, last week I forgot to show you guys one of my previous finishes. I even had it pulled down off the wall and I just completely forgot. So, So for this week, I was gonna show you guys my Peacock tapestry. This is by Theresa Wentzler. And Andrew, the runner stitcher, has been working on her Egyptian sampler, which kind of inspired me to pull this one out for you guys. So this one, yep, it says I finished this in 2004, and this was a kit. I believe this is a even weave, like a 32 count even weave. And all of these, pretty much all of these were blended threads, which means you take, it was 2 strands all together, but you take 1 strand of one color and 1 strand of another color, and you combine it and you sew with those. So it was a bit time consuming to do that, because some of the colors on the chart, the color of floss was used in more than one actual color here, so that makes sense. And then it also has beading around here. You can see the little gold beads. This is my first time using any kind of beads. Show up close. And then there's back stitching as well. Quite a bit of back stitching. So I think this was like the first like really big project that I did. And then this, I did get it framed. I believe this is from a Hobby Lobby. Not quite sure. And with the anti-reflective kind of glass they had at the time. This I have hanging up in my living room right now. So I have seen this kind of floating around on eBay. Yeah, just really like that. So I think that's all I have to show you for stitching. If you guys want to stick around for to talk about running and a few little life updates. If you want to leave now, thank you so much for stopping by, looking at my stitching. I really appreciate everybody who has liked and subscribed. Looking forward to any comments as well. Yeah. So running has been going well. I have a half marathon in 3 weeks now. It's a trail half marathon. So I did get my long run done last weekend out on the trail, which is really nice. Then yesterday I did my run on the trail as well. So my runs have been going good. I have an hour run tomorrow, and I'm also planning on doing that at a trail too. Yeah. I got a new tattoo, yay, which I've kind of been wanting this for a long time. I finally just went ahead and did it. It is the chemical structure of serotonin on my ankle there. So I love it. It looks great. Serotonin is one of the chemicals that is released during running. And also I've had struggles with anxiety on and off during my life, and serotonin is one of the chemicals involved in the whole calming process of your brain. So in that way too, it's another reminder of serotonin and how important it is to us. And also my daughter is studying chemical engineering, and so that's another little homage to her too. Yeah, so I really like it. I'll put a picture up there. Not done much weightlifting this week. I did something to my neck. Not sure quite what. I went to the doctor earlier in the week. They're not sure if I just pulled the muscle somehow. You know, I'm almost 50, so I could have done it just rolling over in my sleep. But they did give me a muscle relaxer, and that seems like it's been helping quite a bit, not nearly much pain. And they are gonna I'm scheduled for an MRI in a couple weeks just to make sure that there's nothing else going on. But yeah, that's been my stitchy week, life updates. Again, thank you guys for joining me. I'm really enjoying these videos, and I'm planning on doing another one next Friday. And please remember, self-care is not selfish. If this is a hobby you enjoy, please embrace it, do it for the joy of it, and I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.